easy kind to start things off. Alright, what do we got here? Okay. Today we're going to try to get some of the reload animations going here. Make sure I have the right pack here. Okay. I did add the wrong pack, dang it. Alright. So here's what we're gonna do. We don't want that one. Alright. So just as suspected, none of this is references memory, so we can just delete it outright. We're gonna restart it here too, because sometimes there's some residue that gets left behind. But no, Rifle Basic is the pack we want. It's a much nicer pack. Yeah, that's more what we're looking for. We do a quick fix up redirectors. It's good practice. And we're good. Delete the rest. Alright, one more restart. Okay. I can add our rifle pack in. Did I close the wrong window? Oh no, there it goes. There we go. Alright, I want to keep all of our animations kind of in one spot here, so I'm going to make a folder of custom animations. And we're going to do, let's see here. I think I want to categorize it by type too, so let's say this one's going to be weapons. And then we're specifically going to be dealing with rifle animations right now. Yeah, I like that. So we want to reload animation right now. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Oh, did I close it again? Dang it. Oh, no, there it is. Great. It's a very clean animation. I like that. There we go. Just gotta wait for shaders to compile. Your target, duplicate your target. You want the ALS gun.
Powering off. Powering on. Mic on. Charging battery.
Okay. I feel like this should probably be off, but we're gonna leave it as is for now. Okay, that looks okay. I don't see any like crazy clipping or extremes or anything like that, so that should be alright. That looks pretty good too. So the way the ALS works, I kinda explained this a little yesterday. Turn my music a little bit down. Oops, not off. There we go. Okay, anyways, the way ALS version 4 works, which is pretty cool, they split up overrides based on the body part. So we're going to be running this animation just on the left and right arms, and we're going to let the rest of the body kind of do its own thing. And that should look really good. So this looks good. We need to make this into a montage though. So we're going to make a new folder called montage. Monotage. I clearly couldn't spell. Wait, that doesn't look right either. Alright, time to look at the spelling. No, that is right. Okay, and yeah, animation montage. I'm actually gonna right click. I thought there was a make montage from this. Maybe they're just crazy. Oh, here we go. Create anim montage. So we're gonna do rifle underscore reload relaxed. We're gonna actually append a tag to this too. we're gonna say ALS underscore. Eventually we're gonna actually delete this folder right here once we get everything moved over. But right for now, and just kind of in the future, for future-proofing things a little bit, we're gonna name that ALS. We're gonna do the same thing this animation too. Just so we can very easily and clearly see in the project directory and blueprints which animations and montages are ALS compatible at this point. So we have a very nice, so we want arm left, and you're supposed to be able to add a slot. Let me look up a video real quick. I was watching a video last night where he was actually going over adding slots here. And because I am not an animator, I don't remember such things. So let me look that up real quick. So is this one right here? By Imagine Dreams. So let's see what he did. So the same thing. We have layering group, arm left. Okay, so he just actually right clicks it. Ah, yep, there it is, new slot. Okay. And then we're gonna say this one is arm right, and we want the same animation to be played. Great. Okay, that works. This doesn't really matter which okay. Sweet, so we now have a rifle reload thing. Now we're going to open up our BP base character right there. Alright, so there was our camera shoulder change that we did yesterday. We want to go back into our reload right there. And we want to play a montage. What we're probably going to have to happen here though, I think this pack will... Hey, I'm making my way through. I'm not an expert in ALS v4 by any means, but I'm trying to kind of roll with the punches. Using the Discord. The Discord helps a lot. There's some great people over there that's been answering questions. Random Googling and YouTubing. There's some other people out there who are also using the same packs that I'm kind of using, and they've been kind of experimenting and doing similar things that I want to do. So I've just been kind of taking bits and pieces from them and going with it. So okay, so we have our montage here. What I suspect is going to happen here, I don't think this is actually network called right now, the actual reload animation. Let me just check, make sure that's... Yes, it doesn't look like this is network called, so the reload is only going to happen locally for us. What's probably going to happen, I think we even have a network network montage. I'll have to look into that. We're probably going to have to replicate the montage. I am merging, there is a pack, let me pull it up here. FPS multiplayer template 3.0. That's what I'm kind of using as the base for my project here. And we're merging ALS v4 into that. We're specifically merging, we're not merging the actual ALS into it. There is a GitHub repo that you can get off of their Discord called ALS Replicated. and they've done a great job at replicating most functions. So I'm taking the ALS replicated and further tweaking it to for these needs. So I'm gonna put that back in there. We can delete this for now. Let me do ALS rifle reload. Relaxed. Okay, let's try this and see what it does. We need to pull up Steam first because we actually are. It is currently hooked up to Steam right now. That's not my password at all. Okay, we're logged into Steam now here. Alright, let's go ahead and give this guy a test now. Although, the one downside of that, we're actually going to want to test in the editor right now. And kind of live with, yeah, we're going to want to test in the editor first. So we get logs. There we go. Huh. Okay. Oh yeah, the NM blueprint. Yeah, for sure. The NM blueprint is a mess. Well, okay, it's a mess in the sense of I don't quite understand what I'm doing with it. So let's pause this real quick because I'm actually gonna look up the video I was referencing last night. I think you actually mentioned this problem that we have. So we're having an issue right now. The animation is playing, but the arms are still stuck to the weapon because of the IKs, which is fine normally, but when we're reloading, obviously we want him to pull his hand off of the thing. We also got a few errors, which I'm not quite sure. Ah, I bet we have. Yeah, okay, this is where we're actually. So, okay, so it is. Got it. Reload up. Instead of reloading, reload. reload weapon, and that calls, no, it doesn't. Okay, so it is getting called, oh, did he? Okay, we have to check out that video then. I'll probably understand this a little bit more, a little bit more. What do I call it? Rifle reload. Okay, so that should fix that warning that we have, but we still have the original issue.
Done quite yet. I'll show you something else we have to fix.
Whoops.
So when I reload, the animation will play, but the hand will be stuck to the weapon. That's because of the hand eye key, as you can see.
Okay.
Not sure if you know how to fix that.
Alright, that's what we're having here. So let's see how he fixes this.
And I'll show you how to do it. If you find a better way, please share. I would like to know if there is a better way. I'm sure there is something with curves, but I just don't know how. Character logic. Mesh, go to any blueprint. And
Those clicks are really loud. Well, it is a solution. That's not a great solution, but let's do it that way for now, just to test. And then we'll come up with a better way to do that. So he's in the animation graph. Sure enough, here's the hand IK. I don't really want to do this because this feels kind of lazy, but we'll try for now just to confirm that is the problem. Because I have a kind of a, if this is the problem, we can put a branch here and we can just turn hand IK off while we're reloading. That would be probably the best way to fix it.
Do cinematic. It's good.
Oh wow, thank you for the raid. Wow, okay, lots of viewers now. Hello all. Okay. Sweet. Okay, so we fixed developing attrition. It's gonna be kind of a FPS battle royale shooter right now. Right now we're working on merging advanced locomotion system into we're working on ALS v4 into the template that we have on the marketplace. And specifically right now we're working on fixing the reload animation. So the reload animation does go off now. We still have some weird rotations, which I suspect is due to probably the rotation, because the weapon is bound to, whoops. The weapon that we have is actually bound to, let me pull it up here, is bound to an IK bone. And I suspect that IK bone is probably not rotated. in the base skeleton. It's kind of unfortunate because that IK binding it to that bone works really well. It's the curve. Let me see here. That does work though. So before we go further with this, what I actually would like to do is I want to make a reloading branch here instead of just bypassing it completely. Yeah, because I don't wanna just bypass this because the hand IK is obviously amazing for what it is. So let's pull this out, make some room here. Make sure we don't have a reloading state here. Okay. I guess we could also, and rather than making it reload, we can make it more generic and can make it more generic and make it that it just disables. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make a variable here. New variable. And call it, we're just going to disable hand IK. So we'll make it really generic. We'll make it really generic for right now. Yeah, I like that. We'll make it generic for right now. And we'll just call this disable when we're reloading. Can I not branch, really? Oh, no, I guess you can't, huh? Duh. Yeah, this is an animation graph. You can't just branch. Awkward. Well, I guess we're gonna have to think of a different way to get past that. In that case, for now, we'll handle the rotation. Let's turn our music back on. There we go. Put some music on. Next thing I want to test is before we fix the rotation, I want to test that this animation is actually switched by bool. Okay, that could work. That's a good idea. Alright. We're going to test that this animation is replicating properly first. Let's get into working view. Okay, so the animation does replicate. That's good. Alright, let's try that. Let's try a switch by bool. Disable IK. Disable hand IK. Pull this out. And let's say clearly I'm doing something wrong here. Because I know there is a switch by bool. There definitely is. The animation does play, yes. So the hand IK is to help glue the hands to the gun, which works great, except when we're trying to do like a reload animation, which requires the hands to be off the gun. It doesn't pull the hands correctly off of the gun. It kind of just does an override type thing here. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make a better way, because I still want the hand IK on, because the hand IK does make it look very nice. Blend by bool. Okay. Okay, so we're going to what is this called? Yeah, we're gonna cache this. We'll say for now we'll name this just apply aim offsets. That. Let's give us a little bit more room here. We're going to plug that back into here to re-replicate the hand IK, just like that. Okay, and then over here, just before we go into the foot IK, we're going to invert this, because I like truthy bools. I'm going to say if disable hand IK is not. So if we're not disabling hand IK, we're going to do that one. If we are disabling hand IK, we're just going to apply the aim offset, and then we're going to put that result into there. Okay, so disable hand IK is going to be false by default. So we have this flowing in here, so that looks like we have the correct logic. And if we set this to true, like when we're reloading, for example, we're just going to use what the aim offsets are and feed that into. Great. Let's update that. Let's go to our update graph. I believe that's where we set most of our variables. Might be better, easier to go to the R side for this. Set with notify reloading. So let's do assign the reloading function. A linked anim layer. I don't think I can answer that because I'm not quite sure what a linked anim layer is. And yes, I'll show a little gameplay here. Yeah, it won't be pretty. Not all the animations are quite done, but yeah, we'll show off some gameplay here. So we're gonna pull the mesh. We're gonna get the, if I can type, we're gonna get the animation blue. Actually, this is better. So we already have this rep reloading, and we're just gonna pull this rep reloading. Yeah, I like that better. We're gonna pull the rep reloading out from the character here.
No, Nasus.
What type is this? Type is character. ALS character BPI. Cast to BP base character. Actually, we're gonna clean this up a little bit here. And cast that to our character class. BP base character. We're gonna get our reloading. And we're going to set this based on the reloading value. So if reloading is true, disable hand IK will be true to the essential values. Yeah, that's probably better, huh? That's probably a better way to do this. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's go ahead and do that. I think it's actually going to be all the way up in base here. Under interfaces, character information, VPI, get essential values. Here we go. You can't edit here, can you? Let's see. Interfaces, here we go. Are we looking at the right one here? I don't think we are. Oh, no, we are. Get essential values, return node. Yep, we are looking at the right one. Okay. Is reloading. Is now an essential value. Right, so we're going to just copy all of this. We don't want to change any of that. Acceleration, movement input is moving. Or speed, movement input amount, control, character rotation, aim, and finally our new one, get reloading. I learn something new in Unreal Engine just about every day. I'm constantly having to research and Google stuff, so oh, something. We can't override it, huh? Okay, interesting. Doo, doo. Hmm. Maybe because it's already overridden the baseline. That probably is, yeah, that's probably correct. So I need to figure out how to get rid of this here now. Yes. Yeah, we're using pretty much everything ALS has to offer, with the exception of some specific variables and settings in this base character here, specific to FPS. Do, do, do. All right. Well,
Charging battery.
let's consult the Oracle here
Charging battery.
to so it should show up in class settings, it's saying. Let's close some of this stuff down here. You know, I wonder if it's because I messed with it here. Let's find out. Yeah, we could have duplicated for sure. There wasn't a whole lot that I needed to change for it though, so it wasn't the worst idea, I guess, to just make this a child of ALS. Up, I closed the class I'm trying to work on. Do, 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 do. Yeah, it was because we messed with the essential functions. It's true. Yeah. Let's just make this its own thing. Um, just for now. Just to kind of split our locomotion and FPS related things that we need. Let's make sure we didn't break anything here. Once we get this IK thing, we'll do just kind of a round of gameplay, see how it works. Hello! How are you? Oh yeah, we definitely broke something. Alright, let's find out where it broke. You know what, here's what we're gonna do. This is the power of Git. We're gonna do this the quick and painless way. Right now, it's just me working on the project. So things happen a little slower. Where do we got here? That's not it. I'm looking for BP based character. Where did you go? Here, FPS blueprints. Ah, here we go. Getting close. Oh, no, I don't have a team right now. Nope, it's just, yeah, it's just me. I forgot I can set this. Nope, we're gonna do, once we fix this, the blueprint change here, we're gonna do a little gameplay here. I'm just working on, I broke something in the interface, so I'm working on getting that so we actually have some animations to look at instead of a T-posed character running around shooting people. Dude. Oh, bother, I think I reverted too far. Shoot, I reverted a little bit too far. Ah, that was really dumb. Okay, give me 2 seconds to actually fix this. Yep, reverted a little too far here. That's okay, we only reverted this class, so it's not that much change. Thankfully, not too many changes have happened on this class since I committed last, so it won't take me overly long to fix it. I didn't even think about that, and I reverted it that I didn't commit last night. So that's on me. I gotta be better at committing. A lack of commitment was the problem here. Or I guess I could just play in GitHub and just, you know, blame it for doing it what I told it to do instead of what I wanted it to do. Okay, other than the reload, I think we're back in business. Let's take a look here. What? FPS game mode? I didn't touch that one. Commit to the commit, yes. Parent, so yeah, let me show you that. So this calls, so right now obviously we have an event tick here and we have an event begin play here. Parent tick and parent begin play, all that does is it calls the parent version of the class. So in this case, ALS has a few things that they set up both in tick and begin play. So for the system to work properly, down in my class down here, I need to make sure that that ALS's version of tick and begin play are also called. So that's all that we're doing right here. Let's wait for the autosave to go through. I really should turn autosave off. As nice as it is, it kind of locks my workstation down sometimes. Oh, or it crashes too. Yeah, autosave to the rescue again, or lack thereof. Yes, please open my editors that you killed mercilessly. Oh look, our game mode compiles now. Alright, let's do a quick inventory check here. I think we reverted it mostly to where we're at. It really does though. Oh, cool. You know why? Does anyone know why that is? Anyone know what I forgot? We need this off. We want to be able to see our mesh. We're gonna fix these up real quick too. This is legacy. Because ALS handles pretty much all this for us now. And we want, yeah, jump is also old. Yeah, it really, no, exactly, skills. It always, or sometimes I'll be like working on something, in my actual code, and then it'll autosave right there, and it'll like make all the blueprints invisible. It's terrible. So yeah, I really need to turn it off. Okay, let's try now. Let's see where we're at. I think we're pretty much where we started the stream now. And then we'll do the quick changes that we did. Jeez. Dude, I really broke something. Let's see here. Yep, that's all working. Ah! Nope, I know, I think I know why again. I did not set the animation class. Hey, that's looking a little bit better. We just need to change one more thing so that, you know, our gun's in our hand instead of kind of on our feet. Okay. Almost just about done here, then we'll do a little gameplay here. Do some testing with our new things. So we want to look into equip weapon, this one. We want this guy, mesh, and a man. We want the skeleton. I think we want handgun. I think that's that's what people intended with this. Okay, perfect. So now it's in our hand, and we just need to update the aiming, and we'll be back in business here. Actually, this kind of works okay because now instead of rehooking all this stuff up, we just have to change it here. And we have to change it up here to ALS rifle reload. Alright, two more things here. Over in our input action aim, we need to call to... I think it's rotation mode. Let me look it up here though. Snap to target. Where are you seeing that, Silence? In the equipped weapon? You're saying, oh yeah, so snap to target versus keep relative. I don't know if I have a great answer for why keep relative works better. Keep relative. So at the end of the day, it probably isn't going to matter, to be honest, because ALS is going to override a lot of these settings using IK. Keep relative though allows for offsets of the gun. So for example, if we have we have the bone and we have a socket, rather than moving the socket for every gun, which you can't really do well real time, if we keep it relative, if we have like say a sniper rifle that's a little bit bigger than an M4 and we have to move the rifle, it allows us to move the gun on an offset a little bit easier in the person's hand. So keep relative is just a little bit more flexible than snap to target. But snap to target honestly works fine too. If you don't have many weapons, or if all your weapons have the handle is on the same point in space every time, which honestly probably should be, then snap to target works fine too. So we need, yeah. So like I said, we need to do two things here. We need to have in the aim. Um, we need to set it so that the character actually aims. And I'm just looking up the node here real quick. Which one that we want? Okay, it is set rotation mode. So when we press aim, we want to set the rotation mode to aiming. And this is actually kind of a, this is a cool thing that AOS added since V3 that I really liked. They included a desired rotation mode variable. Because there's velocity and looking direction, and I prefer looking direction. And they actually added a desired rotation mode here to easily switch between them. Before I had to kind of do some weird blueprint calls to make that work. We're going to also add this to firing, so in case the user decides that they just want to fire their gun instead of aiming then firing, it will still look correct. I'm considering kind of what I want to do with that, because when we release it, it lowers the gun even if the person is still holding down by default the right mouse button. Which isn't such a bad thing. It actually kind of looks cool because the character almost takes a break in between burst rounds when you're not firing, which is kind of a cool look. But in a shooter, we may just want to have it if they're holding the right mouse button down. The expected behavior, the expected behavior is honestly going to be that the gun remains raised. So that's that. We're going to fix that for the AI too. AI. What did I call this? Jeez. We want FPS, blueprints, AI pawns, player AI, that one, base AI. And this one works a little bit different because there's there is no input for a bot. Oh, it's already here, right, because we only reverted the BP base character, so we don't need to change this. Duh. So that's fine. Let's also temporarily disable hand IK, even though it is very beautiful, because we don't have that quite set up. Let's do a quick test to make sure everything's fixed, so then we'll do a little bit of gameplay in our last few minutes. Let's make sure we save all this. We're also going to make sure once we confirm that it's working, we're also going to make sure that we commit changes to the repo. That hasn't gotten anyone in trouble at all, though, so. Alright, looks like we're back in place. Our reload animation does play. Ish. Maybe not. Let's check into that. Reload, start reloading, play montage on completed. Ah! This needs to be mesh, not the first person mesh, because that first person mesh is going to go away. Let's go ahead and put our flip-flop code back in. That's something that we added yesterday, and it's not working. So for the new people here, you can kind of see how we did that. What did I call it? Change camera action. So we're gonna press it. We're gonna do a flip-flop. We're gonna make two variables. And they're both going to be transforms. One's going to be camera right shoulder position. The other one is going to be camera left shoulder position. We'll do this kind of quickly. I explained how this kind of works yesterday. I'll explain it just real briefly again. Basically, to allow kind of to allow certain situations in the game to function, this should be a 0. And to allow player preference, some players prefer the camera on the right shoulder, some prefer it on the left shoulder. So we're going to add that option to switch which shoulder you're on. Some players actually will switch. I know I play a number of games where I'll actually switch shoulders based on what direction I'm rounding a corner. And when we do a little bit of gameplay, you actually may see me switch. You actually may see me do that a little bit. So anyway, default is going to be the camera's going to be on the right, and we have a value of 4080. When we want to switch it, we're going to say this to negative 4080. So let's go ahead and do that. So flip-flop is a wonderful thing. When you enter it, it comes out of the A gate, saves its state, and then switches over to the B gate, saves its state, and it will continue going back and forth between the A and the B gate. So this works great. We have to keep in mind that our right is the default, so we want to switch to the left the first time the player chooses to. We're also going to put this in their own categories because cleanliness and blueprint management. We're going to put this in the camera manager category. Camera manager. There we go. These are going to be hard-coded variables right now. Like I said, we're going to have a location of 80. And for the right shoulder, we're going to have a positive 40. For the left shoulder, same thing. We're going to do an 80 because we don't want to change the height. And we're going to do a negative 40 on our Y to switch it over. File and save that. And then super easy. We're controlling everything from the spring arm just so the camera has a little bit more control. We're not going to do the camera directly. And we're going to set the local... I'm sorry, not the local. We're going to set the relative location here. I'm sorry, not location. We're going to set the relative transform. Keep these clean. We're going to copy these. And remember, we want to do the left shoulder first because we're already on the right at this point. If we hit it again, we want to go back to the right. Alright, let's test that. So C by default is change camera, so we hit C, we go to the left, hit C again, we go to the right. Okay, well, that looks good. Let's go ahead and do some gameplay now. We're gonna test our reload animation. We're just kind of gonna test kind of how everything's looking, how everything's functioning right now, and we'll also show you guys some gameplay, obviously. So let's go ahead and start this in a standalone game, because we're actually gonna also we actually have our own Steam key set up for this as well. This will be on Steam, so we're gonna start in a standalone game because you cannot run the Steam DK in the editor.
Mic off. Mic on.
Alright, so you can see here down in the little right hand corner that we do have Steam enabled. Go ahead and full screen this for everybody since we're kind of testing it. We have multiplayer and single player. Both support bots right now. We're just going to do single player right now. We're not going to worry about any of the session code. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and test the rush. That's what we were testing before. We'll do 8. I prefer the rifle, personally. Oh boy. Let's pause music while we're doing this so we don't have too much going on here. Let's move this back to default. Alright, that was pretty quick. I'll show you guys the mantling system a little bit. I think that's pretty... Is it lagging for everyone? It might be because I'm running Unreal here, and I'll monitor it here a little bit. So here's our mantling system. I might have too many bots on here too that I might have to tone that down. Alright, let's test some Conquest here. I'll show that off a little bit. We'll only do a few bots to kind of try and cut down a little bit on the lag here. So Attrition is actually going to have a custom game mode called Attrition. It's actually going to play pretty similar to Conquest with various map changes, abilities, and increased functions that you and your team gain when you gain certain control. Skills, it might be my stream that's lagging here a little bit. Let me try. Is that any better for the lag? The mantling system gives some, well, okay, I guess you didn't have to mantle to get up here, but mantling gives you some nice camping spots, if you will. This is just a testing map, though. This probably won't end up in the final version. Wow, bad aim. Should probably actually help my team instead of just sitting back here. Not better on the lag. Alright, here, let's try this then. Let's launch a standalone. And then close Unreal Engine. It's probably my CPU bottlenecking again. What are we looking for? We're looking for this. Yeah, okay. So let's close Unreal Engine. And let's launch the game. That way we don't have Unreal Engine kind of bogging things down. We'll do, wait, we'll do 4 here, 5 there. That way it's 5 on 5. Any better? Or are we still lagging? Ah! Is it constantly lagging or is it just jittery? Constantly? I'm not seeing too many dropped frames on my end. Some of the lag can also be the game isn't quite optimized yet, so there will be kind of like stutters and what have you still. But it shouldn't be a constant lag. I'll check the stream settings here. Oh wow, you guys are right. That is pretty bad, huh? Yes, skills. I'm using OBS. That is really weird. Why is it lagging that badly? Let me investigate this a little bit here. Yeah, you are right. I'm gonna have to look into why we're lagging that badly. Check my CPU usage. Let's try playing an editor. It looks like it actually was spiking my CPU a little bit, which I guess kind of makes sense. I'm a little confused about that because I can usually stream games okay, but there might be something about like the uncompiled editor um, takes more CPU throughput than I actually have. Alright, let's see if this is any better for you all. It's still really choppy, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna have to investigate kind of further. I can't do it quite on stream to figure out why it's lagging out there. I'll probably have to look through some of the settings that I use to stream and try and optimize them a little bit more to stream actual gameplay from the editor. All right, that being said, I think that's going to do it for our development stream right now. I usually go live 3 p.m. Eastern time to about 5 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to try to do that pretty consistently almost every day for developing this stuff and stuff. Yeah, skills. I'm gonna have to look into why that is. It might be some of my settings. I suspect that my CPU is actually bottlenecking right now. And Unreal Engine is just taking most time with it. I have an i5 CPU, so it's not the greatest. It works for most things. I can stream most things okay, and I can do on Unreal Engine okay, but um, doing Unreal Engine and playing the game is probably where I'm running into some bottlenecks with it. So I'm actually gonna have to do some experimenting on how I can kind of reduce that and kind of show you guys better gameplay that's not lagging like crazy. Yeah, so I'll be live a little bit later tonight. We're gonna do some actual games. We're not gonna do game dev. We're gonna do stuff like probably not a RuneScape or League. We'll see what we do. Um, Schedule for right now is 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna do Unreal Engine game dev, just developing attrition, like you saw today, and around 7 p.m. Eastern time to about 10 or so. Um, we're gonna stream some games and stuff. If you are interested further in the project, or you want to see some YouTube videos and recordings of gameplay that is not lagging on stream, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the official Discord for the project. Still a little bit under maintenance right now. But if you guys want to join the Discord, I'll be talking about game updates. You can ask me further questions on stuff. Um, I'll post some YouTube videos in there as well that is not completely lagging and stuff like that. And I'll be live again tonight at about 7 p.m. Eastern time, like I was saying. And tomorrow around 3 p.m. Eastern time, we'll be live